taking a walk without a bulletproof vest. That's been a liberating feeling for Lilia Perez in the 6 months she's been in Hamburg. At home in Mexico, she spent the past few years protected by bodyguards to ward off murderous attacks.
It makes a huge difference to be living in one of the safest countries in the world. A country where it's not normal to see people being gunned down on the street, or where armed groups take over entire villages. This is very positive for me, because it helps me realize that the things going on in my country are not normal, and that Mexicans shouldn't accept that situation as normal.
The journalist was only 20 when she first made a name for herself as an investigative reporter for daily and weekly newspapers. She's convinced her work can bring about change.
Journalism is a way of life for me. It's a worldview. At some point, journalism becomes as important as life itself. In my case, I see journalism as a path, as a way of changing things to really make a difference.
During her political exile in Germany, Pérez has been preparing lectures and working on her latest book. In an earlier one, El Cartel Negro, or the Black Cartel, she described the connections between the drug mafia and the state-owned oil company.
Suddenly, I discovered that high-ranking government officials and respected politicians and their families were involved in serious corruption cases. They were involved in money laundering, fraud, embezzlement of public funds. I think this is a core theme for journalists, because most of the major problems we have in Mexico are associated in one way or another with corruption.
In Germany, Pérez has given many lectures about the freedom of the press in Mexico. She doesn't expect the threats to journalists to stop anytime soon.
I think about the things I've experienced, and it's hard. I had to learn to live with fear and to work with fear. I believe there are new tasks in store for me. I want to continue working as a journalist, and I want to return to my country.
There's no question of her quitting, even when she's back in Mexico, surrounded by her bodyguards.